I got my degree, but I can't get hired anywhere. AI freaking took my job. I have student loans to pay off. I've applied to like 700 places on LinkedIn, but they never get back to me. I'm 60K in debt. My student loans are $600 a month. Genuinely, the future seems cooked. I work at a mid job right now. They pay me about minimum wage. I make like $1,500 a month. A studio is literally $2,000 a month, and at 22, I'm living with my mom. I go out with my friends every month because with my paycheck, I can afford to do that. We go out to eat, we go to the mall. Plus, it's not like I'll ever be able to afford a house anyway, so why not just enjoy my life? Savings, I have some savings. I just put it in my bank savings account. I try and put like maybe a couple $100 every month, but let's be honest, like, what am I even gonna use that for? Inflation destroys it anyways, and I only have 5K saved. Our economy is getting worse. The president is... How am I ever supposed to survive in this economy? Like, I genuinely don't know what to do. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, try to forget and pretend it doesn't exist. I'm gonna buy the stuff that makes me happy. I'm just a girl. YOLO. Just this once. There's no point in saving. I'm never gonna be able to afford it anyways. I might as well go to Chick-fil-A or Taco Bell with my friends because I work for that money, right? I should be able to enjoy it. I might even get that $14.99 random thing I saw on TikTok Shop while I was doom scrolling to get my daily dopamine fix. Speaking of dopamine, where's my phone? I need a DoorDash immediately. There's something in my Amazon wishlist right now that I just need to get. I'm not smart enough to learn about investing. Why should I even bother? I'll just marry a rich dude. And scene. You know I got my degree. AI still took my freaking job. I can't get hired anywhere. I'm living with me mumsy because I can't afford rent. It's $2,000 and I make $1,500 a month. But this super cool girl, I think her name's like Serenity Invest or something, told me that this is the opportunity of a lifetime. And I should be so grateful for me mumsy for letting me live with her. Also, out of character real quick, if you rent alone without a second income, bless your soul. Especially for anybody living in the States right now. I can't speak for other countries, but in the States, especially in California, it's really bad. I moved out at 17, girl, I get it. I was praying for an affordable place. I got super lucky, my rent is really low, but I live with a family of 4. A studio is $2,500. A 1-bedroom apartment is like almost $3,000 in the Bay Area at least. If you're not paying rent right now, you lucky duck. If you're living with your parents and you hate it, I get it, I've been there. I moved out at 17 because I did not want to live with my parents and I wanted to go to college. But cost of living on your own as a young person is incredibly challenging. Okay, back in character. I have 60K in debt, remember guys. I have a $600 monthly payment of my student loans, $1,500 a month monthly income. But this time I'm locked in, I got my game face on. I start refining a unique, valuable skill. And I attend networking events at least twice a month. Don't worry guys, we have a networking channel in the server, so don't fret. With that paycheck, I make that $600 a month student loan payment, but instead of buying fast food and random shit online that's only gonna bring me temporary dopamine, I put my money into a well-diversified basket of assets of stocks and ETFs. I understand investing is not a way to make profit short term. I'm in this for the long game for myself and my kids, because I want kids really bad. And I wanna be able to put my kids in a house that I own and be able to afford a good life for them, and for myself, of course. And I wanna retire, shit guys, with some good retirement money. I understand that with small, consistent contributions, I will have a solid financial future. That doesn't mean that I isolate myself, I never go out with my friends, I never buy any fun shit for myself, I budget for that. I buy all of my small expenses on a credit card and I pay off that credit card in full, the full statement balance, so I don't accrue any interest and I'm building my credit at the same time. I'm talking food, I'm talking gas. Don't get me started on gas right now. Obviously I get something for me mumsy because she's been so kind housing me and paying for rent. So I get to save and invest this money instead. Of course, I have a high yield savings account. Not a regular savings account, y'all. Earn some interest. I actually started a small side hustle. I'm earning a little bit of extra income and I'm investing that money back into my side hustle, into a new side hustle, or back into the stock market. After my student loans, gas, food, miscellaneous expenses, I put away $300 every single month into the stock market. I split $150 into my brokerage and $150 into a Roth IRA. I decided to only hold the S&P 500 because I'm a basic bitch and there's really no need to overcomplicate it for me personally. I started doing this at 22, but when I'm ready to retire at 65, I'll have $1.29 million in tax-free money from just my Roth IRA. In my brokerage, I'll have another $1.29 million. I'd have a $2.59 million combined net worth with my Roth IRA and my brokerage. Let's say I'm in my 30s and I want to liquidate some money from my brokerage to pay for a car, a house, a vacation. By 36, my investments will have doubled. I'd have about $25,000 of principal and $29,000 of interest. If you include my Roth IRA, I'll have $110,000 invested at this point. At 36, starting at 22. At 46, my investments will have compounded to over $360,000. And this is just doing $150 to my Roth and $150 to my brokerage. Over half of that $360K is tax-free, remember, because it's in my Roth IRA. At 56 years old, with only $122,000 invested, my portfolio would be worth over $1 million. Now, this is only investing $300 a month starting at 22. Imagine if you started at 18. Imagine if you started at 15. Imagine you increased it as your income increased. There is hope, y'all, and you can make a plan. I hope you enjoyed my little skit. On to the actual video now. Investing is the shit. I'm gonna put things into perspective for you. The average 18-year-old spends $53 a week eating out. That's $212 a month, $2,544 a year. That's a lot of money. What if you invested that money instead? Let's say you invested $2,544 a year into a broad market index fund like the S&P 500. If you don't know what that is, it is the top 500 companies in the States. It returns at an average of about 11% before adjusted for inflation. After a year, you'd have about $2,814. After 10 years, you'd have about $47,143. Sorry guys, I'm like kind of blind. After 25 years, you'd have $277,758. If you save that money, it would have been only $66,000. Okay, we've got some years under our belt. This is where it starts to go crazy. After 50 years, you would have $3.2 million. Yeah, and that's $127,000 of principal. What principal is, it is the money that you invest, and the interest is the money that you are making off of that investment. So that $53 a week can compound into something life-changing. Here are the historical averages of the S&P 500, but remember that inflation eats about 3% of the money's value each year. Now, the S&P returning at an average of 10% does not mean the stock market is going to go up 10% every year. Take a look at this magnificent, beautiful picture. Dude, I freaking love this photo. Peep 2008. Some years we're going up like 3%. Other years we're going up like 25%. So it is volatile, which means it goes up and down in value a lot, which means there's a large range of change. So investing is not a solid, oh yeah, your money is just gonna consistently grow and there's gonna be no change and no activity. Nuh-uh, that's not how it works. It works on the average growth over a long period of time. This is a graph of the S&P 500 returns adjusted for inflation versus the purchasing power of the US dollar. So that money sitting in your checking and savings account, God, the value of that is literally just crashing down.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
The savings account that your bank told you to open is literally losing you money. Putting your money into a smart, well-diversified basket of assets like the S&P 500 is infinitesimally better than just having your money in a savings account. Like, at least have it in a high-yield savings account, damn. Look guys, the housing market is cooked. We all know this. Renting is insane. House prices are off the rails. But a lot of people are living at home and they don't realize the absolute gold mine of the opportunity that they are sitting on. Like, tras. Trust me, once you start paying bills, you will wish that you were more financially disciplined in your younger years and you would started investing earlier. You could have been stacking your assets when you didn't have as many financial responsibilities. Let's say you were 18 years old and you had $1,000 and you put it into the S&P 500 and you literally just forgot about it until you were 25. So no added dollars, no added contributions, it's just like set it and forget it. When you turn 25, that money will be worth $1,948. So you didn't add any money, but it doubled in value. If you had just put that money into a savings account, it would be worth about $800. But when adjusting that $1,948 for inflation, you'd have about $1,500, which I don't know if there's any like mathematicians in the audience, but that's still almost double the value. So like we've kind of established that investing mogs, just like saving your money in a regular savings account, but I'm about to seriously blow your mind. If you invested $1,000 at 18 and you just like forget about it for 50 years, you would have $117,390 from $1,000. I know that 50 years is a long time, right? But I need you to look at this graph and look at what is happening in the last couple decades. It is just like going insane. And that is because of something called compound interest. It is literally known as the eighth wonder of the world. It is magic. That's my babes. That's my schnookums right there. Like my little peach pineapple cobbler pie or whatever. Compound interest is interest on interest. So it is interest on the principal, and then is interest on the principal and the interest, and then interest on the principal and the interest and the interest and the interest, and it just keeps going up. Let's go super simple with an example because examples help me understand things. Let's say you have $100 and this is your principal amount. You put $100 into the stock market. You have 10% interest, like 10% average annual returns. After 1 year, you'd have $110. But the next year, the interest would be on the $110 and not the $100. So after another year, you would have $121. And it just keeps going up. That's why it starts like this, starts to go like this, and it starts to go like this. Whew, crazy. Still with me? Good. Let's talk about the difference between investing and trading. With trading, you make profits from price changes in short amounts of time. With investing, you make profit from prices going up long term. Look guys, I'm not a trader. Investing is like meeting a girl in high school, taking her on a bunch of dates, investing time and money and energy into this one person, and you get old, you get married, you grow old, and die together. Trading is like going on 5 different dates every week with a bunch of different baddies, and you don't even know if the dates are gonna be good. You know, you might lose money, you might have really like shitty experiences. Only experienced and really good traders who have a strategy and have a plan actually know how to become like mostly profitable, but even the best traders will still lose money. If you don't really have experience trading and you don't really know all that, the chance of you losing money is pretty high. Like the baddies are gonna ghost you. Look, I'm an investing enthusiast. I really want my money working for me in the background. I like low risk. I like to just set and forget my money. Even though the profits from investing are not gonna go crazy until like maybe a couple decades in, I'm okay with that. Because investing, I mean, you still make profit in the short term, it's just not as much. But if you are still curious about trading, you can go over to the trading channel. And my friend Monboy, he's actually an expert. He knows how to read charts. He knows how to be profitable. He knows way more information than I do. So head over to the trading channel after you watch this video because every trader should at least have like a Roth IRA set up. Like, come on guys. I actually go to community college because it's free and I don't want to be in debt. I've had a part-time job since I was 16 and I've had side hustles and I've been stacking my bread and dollar cost averaging into a custodial brokerage account for 2 years. Now, if you don't understand like 4 words I just said, let me break it down. A brokerage account is an account that you open to buy and sell stock. A custodial brokerage account is an account that your guardian opens for you when you're a minor so you can buy and sell stock. It's legally your asset, but your parent or guardian manages it until you turn 18 or 21 in some states. So what I did personally is I sent my dad money every single time I got paid at very regular intervals, which is called dollar cost averaging. I percentaged a part of my paycheck and I sent it to him, and we talked about what stocks I would be investing in. I saw it as a challenge to invest as much as I possibly could at the wee age of 16. So like I walked dogs, I sold art, I literally did every single side hustle you think. I wrote a book and I published it on Amazon as like a minor, and I tried to get over like the complicated stuff of trying to receive payments as a minor too. So I have gone through my fair share of experiences with side hustles, which is exactly why we have a side hustles channel in here. So you hopefully can like learn some extra ways to like make a little bit of money. So regardless of market conditions, I invested, and that's basically like the essential principle of dollar cost averaging. So even if the market is going up, if it's going down, you're still investing at regular intervals. Okay, cool. So we now understand that investing is the action of putting your capital into the stock market in hopes of making a profit long term. Now, what exactly do you buy? What did I buy for my first investment? I'm excited to show y'all the stocks and ETFs notion that I spent so long on, and it is extremely detailed. I wrote it in a way that I hope is very digestible and not like finance Wall Street bro talk. We go over common investments, my portfolio, what I did when I was 16. We go into deeper education on different asset classes and much more. So head over there and start educating yourself. I really hope you like what I wrote. I put a lot of effort into it, and I hope that's very apparent. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the notions.
That you can only get when you get enough. Let's go. I spend it all